Guys, come closer. There's a new research opportunity in Canada. The University of Alberta has gotten a grant worth millions of dollars, $4 million grant. This new opportunity is for international students planning to study abroad. This is something you should pay attention to. The University of Alberta has launched a new research initiative called the Grassland Learning and Knowledge Hub. You should know what this means. This project is supported by a $4 million grant from Environment and Climate Change Canada. Now, what is this project all about? This research hub is focused on protecting and restoring Canada's grassland. Then, these are large natural ecosystems that are very important for the environment. And you should know that the whole world now is focusing on environmental sustainability. But let me tell you, these large areas of land are rapidly disappearing due to farming, development, and climate change. Then what is the goal of this research? The goal of this research is to understand why these grasslands are being lost and how they can be protected for the future. It will bring together researchers, indigenous communities, environmental organizations, and policy experts to work on real solutions. Now, here is the important part of this research for international students. Look at this. Opportunities like this usually mean more research funding, more graduate assistantship, and more chances for masters and PhD students to get involved in ongoing research. Now, it also means that professors working in these areas may be actively looking for students to support their research. And this is where international students often get opportunities like scholarship, stipends, or research positions. So, if you are interested in fields like geography, environmental sciences, agriculture, GIS, climate studies, or rural development, this is a wonderful opportunity. Now, what should students do? So, this big question is, what should prospective international students actually do with informations like this? Because this is where many students miss opportunities. First, you should understand that you are not applying to a $4 million grant itself. Instead, you are positioning yourself to become part of the research opportunities that this funding creates. So, here is the first step. You need to identify 2 to 3 potential supervisors in the University of Alberta. Not a long list, just 2 or 3 professors whose work aligns with your background or interest. This could be in areas like environmental science, grassland ecology, climate studies, GIS, agriculture, or rural development. The goal is to be very intentional, not random. Once you have identified them, the next step is very important. You should read their recent publications. Go to the university's profile or Google Scholar page. Look at what they have published recently. Try to understand what problems they are working on, what methods they are using, and how their research connects to the real world issues like climate change, land use, and sustainability. Even reading 1 or 2 papers is enough to give you direction. Because here is the reality. Professors can easily tell the difference between a generic email and someone who has actually engaged with their work. Now look at this. This is where it brings us to the third step, which is you should also send a short targeted email, not a long email. Not your entire life story. Keep it simple. Introduce yourself briefly. Mention your academic qualification, your academic background, and clearly state your interest in the research area. Then, make a direct link to the type of work they are doing under this kind of funding, like grassland conservation, climate research, or sustainability studies. Do you understand this? Finally, ask a simple question whether they are accepting MSc or PhD students for upcoming research projects. I want you to bear this in mind, that these kind of opportunities are filled through direct communication with supervisors. So if you are seriously interested in studying in Canada, then this is the strategy you should be using, not waiting for the scholarship to appear. Identify supervisors, read their work, and send a focused email. This is how you move from just watching opportunities to actually accessing them. So if you think that this video actually makes sense to you, can you subscribe and give me a thumbs up? Turn on the notification button so that you can get similar video opportunities like this. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Bye bye.